So, after the party has departed from the events of Land's End, when Lucien decided to not go along with the party and instead was left behind, badly wounded, waiting for the Inquisitors to find him, Snow snuck away from the rest of the party, having got a natural 20 stealth check, and returned back to the scene of the battle. Snow, you may begin describing what you are doing.
I walk towards Lucien, who can already see me approaching. I pick up the cheese that Bree threw at him. And if you unpause the game, I'll sit down next to Lucien, leaving him gagged for now, and just holding the cheese and see how he reacts. I also sit down on the ground next to him.
Yeah. He will. Lucien will remain relatively calm, waiting to see what Snow has in mind. It doesn't seem to be moving much. He is conscious and he's looking at you intently. He's paying attention.
After about 2 minutes, he seems to have prepared himself and removes Lucien's gag.
Hey there, Snow.
Want some cheese?
Not now. My appetite is not really. It's been cut off a bit. Why did you come back? Have you come to finish what the others wouldn't?
Probably.
I guess I was wrong about you.
And sadly, I was right about you. But in a good way. Still sad, though. You never betrayed who you were. Even if that was a good guy in a bad organization. You were right, you know. We did good things. It's just that the Inquisition seemed off at certain points. And at least for now, it seems those were right. And by shooting away your medallion, which I now hold up towards you, I also tried to teach you a small lesson. That someone else made the choice for you. I was hoping you would want to make the choice yourself. Sadly, that did not happen.
You thought by taunting me you would convince me?
It was not meant as a taunt.
I begged you not to do it, gagged as I was.
True. But it sadly was a harsh lesson. As it was, at least that was my intention. I understand that you saw it as a taunt.
I admit I did not expect people to have so little compassion.
Compassion seems to go out of the window when ideals are hurt.
What ideals? What type of ideals do you think they've shown? How long have you been gone? Like, how much time did you stay with the party before coming back to see me?
Oh, when they settled into a predictable path, I snuck off and returned. So my estimation, about 2.5 hours have passed or so.
Okay.
Should be able to catch up with them before they make camp. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Look, I might regret this. And I hold out my dagger. You know what will happen if you attack me, right? And I cut loose your restraints and remove the manacles.
Lucien will chuckle.
I also again hold out the cheese.
Yeah. You know what will happen if I attack you? You just flee faster than I can reach you.
Not this time. And that's a guarantee.
I'm in no position of fighting. Anyway, I will, if I need to, though. I'm not gonna let myself die.
I understand.
I hope you won't regret.
I already do. What is your plan now?
I don't know. I'm torn, I admit. I really thought better of everyone. I thought in the end you'd be, I don't know, more morally sensible rather than self-centered.
People tend to be self-centered. It's just how people are.
Yeah, but I thought everyone had that time to reflect on that and see how useful we were.
Oh, the sales got swept in the emotions of seeing coronas again and hurt badly. The others got swept away in that as well. It's difficult to keep your cool when someone you see as a friend is so shaken. And to add to that, I already had my doubts about, well, the chain in particular. And with the things the Pontiff said, it only solidified what I thought.
Don't you think there's a bit of wanting to hear what you wanted to hear?
Maybe, perhaps we'll never know. But at least I can find the answer on my own now. At least knowing I'm not being magically influenced at the moment, at least.
You know, you now are allowed to be guilty. You know that.
Everyone always is guilty of something. But whether they know it or not, in someone else's eyes, perhaps.
I'm being a bit more absolute in that. Lucien will, nod his head towards dead bodies nearby. If these guys were so mind-controlled as you believe, they were the only one here that could be truly innocent. We're the only one that can truly be guilty.
I agree that we are guilty, but they are also in a way. They have joined the Inquisition, being of sound mind or controlled, as the Pontiff claimed. It was the case with us. Being compelled to go towards the Inquisition.
Yeah, and for some of us, it made us matter. It made us into something that could truly help others. Do you regret us having been put together and sent on our way out there?
Although some of you annoy the shit out of me, you included. We're a family now. Through worse mostly. We did some questionable things, we did some good things.
What questionable things have we done? What have we done that was so bad? We've done nothing bad. Ever since we left Fate's End, there is not a single action we've done that was bad or had negative consequences overall.
That's what I'm questioning now. I'll take care of them, Lucien.
Are you ready to be their moral?
No.
Then you will not be taking care of them. You will just fail like I did.
I'll be their strong side. I'll do the things they don't want to, but have to be done.
Will you compensate for Jackdeck's uselessness?
We both know that man is not useless.
You know what I mean.
I do.
His big words trying to be pontiff instead of the pontiff. He's not gonna succeed. He doesn't have the
Yeah.
guts for it.
The head doesn't fit him at all. It's too small for his head. It's comical at this point. And a bit blasphemous, I admit.
You know what? I prefer it not being a god. It makes it easier. It makes it more relatable. I can relate. Fate can relate. If we hadn't fucked up today, we could have really changed things, made things a lot better, a lot quicker.
Perhaps. But
You do know I wasn't about to attack you guys. I wanted to apprehend Coronis. I wanted to calm him down. He was a weak leader that had seen his squad be squashed in front of him because of him. And he lost a lot of blood.
I know Lucien wouldn't have. I don't know what chain Lucien would have done. As we saw with that one, and I point towards the specific one that almost laid down his weapons.
I was just as controllable as all of you with that chain, if that's even true.
I suspect it is. You know those experiments I was doing?
Mm-hmm.
The ones you know about? I think you learned that I was trying to steal something from Bree and Phineas the previous nights on the boat?
Yes, you had nightmares.
No. I asked Sales to keep my chain away from me. He succeeded, and I went looking maniacally. I found Bree's. Phineas is more careful. No, I found Phineas's.
If you hadn't had the
Bree-
chain on you, how
Bree
could it
bites
be?
hard, by the way.
Yeah, she is. Oh, it rang. My bell. Be right back. Sorry. Yeah, I noticed Bree has quite the strength. She caught me off guard, actually. I thought that I would have been able to hold her off a bit longer, but
Sales got you the best. He knows how to find the weak points.
I admit Zell scares me now. You were there during his ramblings.
I was.
It reminds me of... Might be unfair, but I've seen people like that, pacing in a room, justifying bad decisions, trying to rationalize things they've done, not to be wrong, not to accept or admit that they've done wrong. I've seen that behavior before.
I'll try to keep them in check when they stray off the good path. I will promise you this, I cannot stop Bree from being chaotic.
Yeah? Can you stop Phineas?
From being chaotic? No.
You might.
Can I stop them from going down the wrong path? Maybe. At least not.
She might have to end them before they do even more bad things. We've caused tremendous amount of death because of us, because we didn't just do what we were meant to be doing. And I'm not
we also
talking...
caused a lot of death because we did what we were told to do.
We caused no actual deaths. We went there, we should have just exploded things, and I'm not talking about orders or doing exactly what we're told. I'm talking about being responsible, being...
I am a hunter by trade. That forest was teeming with wildlife, which was feeding that village, at least for a big part.
Yes, and we also know that there were dangerous things in this mansion. The forest is a small sacrifice for those people's safety.
If that phoenix is truly evil, then yes, we did good. If it is only a danger to the thing that is controlling us, it might be the enemy of the enemy is my friend. But that's something we will have to find out.
And
Here, let me give this back to you, and I hold out the chain for you to put your neck over, under.
Lucien doesn't take it, not right now. He takes it with his hand, but He's untied, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, he takes it with his hand and puts it on the side with the next to the cheese is also taken from your hand and put to the side.
Okay.
And do you really think that was the best way of knowing to kill all those people, to turn on me, turn on everything?
I'll know when we've talked to that stranger and Coronas. Or at least I hope to.
You know, it's. I think they are idealistic, but they've turned in the wrong. I hope you're not gonna remain as idealistic.
We'll see. Just know that from their point of view, you're also idealistic and in the wrong.
Did they even listen to me at any point? Do you really think like they instantly, conveniently forgotten what I was about just because it would be too harsh for them to remember?
Possibly, but I think it's more a case of they were caught up in their emotions of the entire situation. Finding out that they've been lied to. If it's true or not, that's a very devastating revelation.
Yeah. Even
no
if
one likes being lied to, even if it is not the truth that they were lied to.
You said you were.
Claims that.
You said you were.
That sales trusts.
Yeah. You said you were a hunter by trade. Don't you?
Hunter and guide, yes.
Don't you kill them? Is killing such a bad thing when it's done for the good reasons? Do you think those people within their emotions are not dangerous?
Killing can be okay if it is to cull a overpopulation. It becomes a problem when you start decimating that population. We have decimated the forest and its inhabitants. Not the people there, but the animals at least. They could have been good food.
Wasn't that... Okay, that's out of character. Wasn't that forest already done with animals due to the soullessness of the ritual that happened there?
Yeah. The animals were still... You saw animals when you were headed into the mansion. They were still there. They were soulless, but that doesn't affect the meat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Back in character. Who knows? Maybe we burnt one forest to avoid every forest from burning. I don't have the answers. No.
Neither do I.
I just don't think that that was the way of getting them. That wasn't. That was... I don't find any other worse but evil. Killing innocents, turning on friends, abandoning them, torturing someone, mocking and taunting him as he was having his life crumble in front of him. Those people I've seen since I woke up from their attack. I don't recognize my comrades in arms. I don't recognize any of them.
I understand, and some of them are still struggling with what they did. But Lucien, what would you do in my place at this moment?
I would cull the danger. I would finish myself, and I hope you... I don't think I'm gonna come after you guys. I don't even know if I can return to the Inquisition now because of all this.
I'm afraid I know the answer for that one. And I think you do too. Well, if I have to go, I'm afraid if I want to catch up. And I hold out my arms for a hug.
Insight check. May I? Yeah.
Of course.
Is it an actual hug or is it a trap?
Go ahead.
Jem, do we do it?
Yeah. When it's between two players, as I've said, that's down to you two.
Okay, I always ask before rolling, that's why.
It's definitely a hug, but also something else.
I guess that I cannot put on the side. Lucien is gonna stand up to your height and lean into the hug.
I gave you a hug for an awkward 5 to 8 seconds or so, and then I extend the nails and pierce the skin.
No. Do you have poison and stuff?
No, I have natural weapons. And I lay you slowly back on the ground. Farewell, Lucien. You were a good friend.
May I get a final few words?
Sure. It's fatal, not instant.
Yeah. As he starts bleeding out, Lucien is just gonna stumble back towards the tree and finally just grab the cheese and take one bite, just to have the taste of it as he dies, and it says, "You know, Snow, you'll probably have to hug more of them before this ends. They are not meant to do important emotional things. They don't have the strength, but you do. Be prepared to finish them. If you need to, be prepared."
I know, as I am crying silently.
Yep.
But you see a steel resolve behind those tears.
Lucien takes his last breath. Seems a bit not relaxed, but relieved that you know. And for the last time, you feel inspired by that. You get temporary hit points.
I'll take him. After you have fallen, I pick up the chain you didn't pick up and throw it towards the ocean once again. This time for real. I pick up Lucien himself, take him down the cliff face westwards towards the salt. Formerly Renai, his home. Make a small pyre, set it ablaze, and haul ass towards the others.
Okay. Snow, you will catch up with the party who they noticed you were missing but just presumed you were nearby scouting, keeping an eye on things. Lucien.
Yep.
You don't know how much time passes when you suddenly open your eyes. But you aren't on this fire, you're not on the cliff. Beneath your body, or is it even a body? You find this grey, almost black sand, while a raging river of what you presume to be green water passes nearby, and along its banks some kind of small shanty town. Nearby you see an enormous queue of spirits. People that look like people but all have this slightly transparent green tint to them. And sitting in the waters on a small jetty, a boat with a cloaked figure holding a scythe and an hourglass, ushering people on.
I assume this is the Styx, and that Lucien would be familiar with the myth of his world.
Yes, it would. He would be able to figure that out very quickly.
Yeah. Am I being prompted of doing anything specific?
As you look around, you would, as I said, the queue is incredibly long, and the end of it trails all the way into that shanty town you see.
Okay.
All you can do at the moment, as far as you can tell, is go there and wait your turn.
Yeah, that's what Lucien would do naturally. He would just try to find the end of the queue and just wait for his turn. He's gonna march towards the shantytown and try to find where is the last spot and take his place in the cosmic order of death.
As Lucien joins the seemingly endless queue of the dead, he will feel beneath his feet, just for a moment, the faintest strange rumbling, almost like an earthquake has just shook the underworld. And that is where we will end the scene.